Welcome back to Tales of Yavard. We are a Mythcraft TTRPG podcast, and this is our first campaign, The Sea's Tale. I am Corey Griffin, and I am our MC. With me, I have Jesse.
Hey, I'm Jesse. I'm playing Zephyr Windwalker.
Have Joey.
What's going on, guys? I'm playing Ussuri Arconi.
Adam.
Hey, I'm Adam, and I am playing Goraan Stormclaw.
And last but not least, Kobe.
I'm Kobe. I'm playing Lesh Shihan.
All right. Last time, we had a little bit of shenanigans. So the party cleaned up a mess. Lesh decided to go seek out Florist. And Zephyr decided at the end of the night he was hungry. So he went to go get something to eat and then stop off in the Red Crow. We are going to open up there as Zephyr opens the door to the Red Crow. In his hands, container full of food. And as soon as you walk in, everyone goes silent and just kind of looks at you.
You might be wondering how I got here in life.
He's just gonna kind of notice this, clearly. That's, not a normal occurrence, but he's just gonna kind of try to ignore it and find a table.
Most of the tables are full. However, you do take notice of the two Radine that helped you out earlier that are sitting in the corner.
I think I'm gonna just join them.
All right.
They don't like me, I'm sure, but why not?
You take a seat there, and one of them, slack-jawed, just kind of looks at you and he's like, "What are you doing?" And then they look around at a couple of other people, and then back at you.
I was hungry.
Why come here?
I don't know anywhere else.
Why didn't you stay at the ship?
You seem very agitated.
There are 7 bounty hunters in this place, and each one of them would love to take you in.
But I thought that the bounty was finished. We killed Klep.
They don't know that.
Go
ahead and give me an awareness check.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Would perceiving apply?
Yes, perceiving will apply.
I hadn't thought of it that way.
That could be better. 12?
As you look about, you do take notice of quite a few individuals are talking between themselves and pointing over at you at the table, and then going back to talking to themselves. All of them seem to be carrying some form of weapon, whether it's a crossbow or a short sword or a short bow. All of them seem to be kind of interested in where you are.
Well, he's not ever to be hitting the old dusty trail.
The question is he going to bring the fight back to the rest of you or not?
So, noticing that they are pretty interested in him, and after what the Radine said, I know that the two of you don't actually work for me, but is there any chance that the two of you could give some sort of distraction so that I could get out of here?
20 silver pieces on the table right now.
That seems fair enough. And yeah, he'll drop 20.
I was half expecting, I don't have 20.
As soon as you drop the 20 silver pieces on the table, they snatch it up real quick. One of them grabs the chair that they were sitting on and walks over and smacks it into the back of one of the people there.
No!
No!
Oh,
My boys!
yeah. Well, then at that point, yeah, I'm gonna just try to kind of find an exit.
You would take notice as you're working your way out. The guy who they smacked in the back stood up and took a real drunken swing at the Radine, who ducked, allowing that punch to hit someone else. And it does seem like this might be a full-on bar fight.
Sweet.
Mort.
How close am I to the door?
You're very much not far from the door. You're actually probably in the closest table to the door. Go ahead and just give me a dexterity check.
Just base dexterity, or can I add balancing or sneaking?
I will take either one of those for different reasons.
Ominous.
I feel like sneaking he's trying to get out of there without being noticed, so sneaking's going to apply the best. How's a 15?
Okay, you get out.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm going to head back to the ship. Still carrying my food.
Okay, and how are you doing? Just running straight back to it?
Can I get the map of the town again?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to try to not so much beeline it, because I feel like they would know. Anybody's going to expect me to run to the ship. I'm going to, go this direction over here and kind of circle around.
Okay, so you're going to go out past Simon Symphonies and out and around.
Yeah.
Okay. As we see you passing the door for Simon Symphonies, we're going to cut over to Lesh.
Okay.
Who, the last thing that you heard was Florist say, "My son, who is the mage," on the matriarch's sale. Bonnet Shihon.
I think after everything Les just trauma dumped out, hearing that, he's completely just dumbfounded and kind of awaiting more the last response expected there. He doesn't know what to say at this point.
Florence will go on to say, Bonnet was a few years older than you, and he left about the same age you did. I never expected him to join the Windwalkers. It's not a story I fully understand. I just don't know why. Though, because of that, I have been able to get information about a lot of them. I've been able to gather information on them. Would you like to know about it?
I'd appreciate it very much, Florence, and I'm sorry for his tale to be as confusing as it is for you. I hope to be able to talk to him one day and understand his story a little more, maybe outside of a battlefield if luck prevails.
On the Matriarch's sail, they have about 60 people on their crew. Their captain is an elf. I believe he descends from the stars. His name is Samuel Stargazer. First mate, actually, Bonnet made the first mate. He is a golem named Benoski. On the world's end, there's about 130 people. The captain of the world's end is John King. He's a halfling. The first mate there is a Kleppen. She looks like a raccoon. Her name is Janae de Clossen. Their mage is Mary Reed, the human. On the Golden Globe, they have 50 people. Their captain is a female Katek named Morgan Henry. The first mate is her third cousin, O'Malley Grace. And their mage is a human male, Jean Lafayette. On the Maiden's Glory, which has about 50 people on their crew, the captain of the Maiden's Glory is a trollkin named Kid William. The first mate is an Urkow named Johnny. And their doctor is a human named William DePer. And then you have the Seas Gem. Obviously, it is captained by none other than Aegis Windwalker himself. His first mate is his cousin Stemic. And their mage is Traven, the Dragonfall.
Thank you, Florence.
The Windwalkers like to call their mages their doctors, for they power some of their ship's most devastating effects. Whether it's the Eldritch or Arcane cannon on most of those ships.
Light bulb for later, definitely for that. Thank you, Florence. This information will do us very well. I know to aim for the mage first in most cases, but in the case of your son, I do hope I do get the chance to talk to him truly. Any chance I'm hearing the rumble starting to go down at any point?
Give me an awareness check.
Would perceiving work?
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Come on, baby. Oh, nat 20.
Yeah. At this point, you hear what sounds like a chair breaking. And the Florence will be like, what was that?
I think that was the sound of a chair, mahogany wood cracking on someone's back, if I could do say so, if to be particular. Yeah, not for nothing, with everything going on, I think it might be time for me to check that out, or be checking out of this. I am running with company that has a little bit of heat on them, and I would hate for them to have to leave without me. We will find each other again as we always do, Florence. I appreciate the story session, and thank you for the info. Look forward to our next meeting.
I will do my best to learn more about the Windwalkers as I can. I know that their runner ship, the Waves of Excitement, is due here soon.
It is definitely here, and it is going to be my ship. Well, not mine per se, but our ship. We procured it. It was quite a story. I have to polish it off. There's some things that need to be cleaned up about it, but once it's ready, I'll share it with you.
Thank you. It has been such a pleasure to see you again, he says, standing up.
It always is, Florence. Don't go sniffing any roses. And I'm not talking about the flower, if you know what I mean, you dirty dog.
Oh, you insolent little fowl. Maybe one day you'll learn. And he will motion to knock horns with you once again.
Definitely. Just knock horns, and then I'm gonna try to see what's going on downstairs.
Is that what they call it now?
This is like my uncle. This is...
Oh, he's that kind of uncle.
Oh my, okay. Okay.
Two things. One, that wasn't me. Two, you walked into that one.
bad part is Florence actually had more information, but oh well. It all depends on what you asked on what he was gonna give you.
I'll get it later. I'll see him again. He's gonna be a reoccurring NPC, I hope.
Emphasis on hope.
Depends on if he goes downstairs or not.
As you walk down the stairs alone, because Florence is not going toward this sound of trouble. Florence is a trader of goods and information.
Yup.
He bruises very easily. He is a peach. As Lesh, you walk downstairs. You come across what can only be described as a barroom brawl. There are like 9-10 people all fighting with each other. As soon as someone turns their back from one person, it seems like they're getting hit in the back of the head. There's a lot of like broken tables and broken chairs and broken bottles.
By any chance, with it being Nat 20 me hearing it first crack, am I there quick enough to see Zephyr make his way out the door, or is he already gone by the time?
Zephyr is gone by this point, because you heard that, said your goodbyes,
And then, yeah, okay.
then
fair.
worked your way downstairs. Zephyr's long down the stairs.
I mean, if I'm gonna scan and see if I don't see anybody here, I'm probably just gonna be like, nobody I know?
You see the two Radines.
They're not. Those are the thuggy people. I'm not gonna get my hands dirty with them. Yeah, no, I'm gonna try to scoot my way around.
You kind of try to go around the outskirts of the fight. Does a 13 beat your AR?
Does a 13 beat my aim?
Why you gotta be rolling stuff, man? Why you gotta be doing that?
He's gonna take a straight punch to the face.
Huh? Yeah, that it does. That does indeed.
Here comes a bounty hunter with a wooden chair.
Best possible outcome.
As you're working your way around, someone throws a bottle at someone that was in front of you.
Wait, is that a ranged attack? Oh, fucking barrel roll!
Are you rolling toward them?
No, I'm rolling away. I'm trying to roll out that door.
Wait, does barrel roll increase your AR on ranged attacks?
+2 AR against ranged attacks, and if it makes it miss me, I can immediately move 10 feet, ignoring creatures between you and your target space. I'm barrel rolling out of this door if I can.
So this bottle comes flying, and you duck underneath it and roll forward and make your way outside of the Red Crow. That is now in absolute disarray.
I feel so bad for that bar owner.
Those two Hondu
I feel
are
bad
just,
for the Radine.
they don't deserve.
They accepted payment for it. They knew what they were getting into. I mean, Les didn't know that, but Les also doesn't care enough to help them right now.
I mean, I did give them that bag of silver last time.
And I specifically told the Radine not to take money from them.
Yeah, so I mean,
Yeah.
that was the chill spot.
It's the only thing that's messing with the people in the Red Crow is just the fact that they've had 2 bar fights in one day. How is Lesh going to make their way to the ship? Are they going straight there, or?
Les doesn't feel like anybody has heat on him. We killed everybody who was there. I'm just gonna saunter away my back out.
As you're walking along, because you're going straight there and Zephyr's going the long way, you're actually going to beat Zephyr to the ship. You find yourself on the deck of the ship.
Truthfully, I didn't see anybody in the bar fight, and everybody was supposed to just be chilling. Les is gonna pop down in this bed right here at the bottom of the stairs he called and just chill.
Which bed did you say he called?
The one that Thumper had.
Okay, so that's actually not even down the stairs. That is on the same level as the deck.
Oh, even better. That's perfect. Yeah. If possible, he would try to put a hammock there instead at some point. He's gonna pop in the bed. He's gonna start telling the stories of the day. I think contemplating a lot of after talking to Florence. There's a lot going through his head. He doesn't have time. He's just thinking, trying to figure everything out.
Speaking of thinking and trying to figure things out, Zephyr, what what are you thinking as you're making your way back to the ship?
Definitely now realizing that there's a lot of people still looking for him because he just genuinely hadn't really considered that thought. Like it was just Clep. That was it. Yeah, just not being seen. That's his goal. Get as quickly and quietly to the ship.
Go ahead and roll me a d6.
A D6. Oh God,
And we're tied, so we're gonna roll off.
it's a 1.
Yep, and we're tied, so we're gonna do a roll off.
Oh, what double 1?
Jesse.
Yes.
Oh,
Jesse.
Oh, this is not good.
my dude.
As you're passing by the keep, because you would have to pass by the keep, you see some guards dressed in relatively heavy armor. They have like spears, and you can't see their face because of their helm. And they take notice of you, and they're like, "Hey, you! Stop there!"
Why? Is there something wrong?
You've got a live bounty on your head.
No, that's somebody else.
Give me a charisma check.
Deceive them. Deceive them.
I mean, that's what he did. Sadly, a 9 is not gonna do it.
No.
It's a 50-50 shot.
So close.
No, it's not. The picture perfectly represents you.
No, that was just a big misunderstanding. It's been settled.
Well, if that's the case, a night in the sails are not going to hurt you any. Come with us as they start approaching you.
Hey, what's that over there?
They're not gonna fall for that.
Okay, yeah, he's just immediately after saying that gonna cast mist.
Hey, where'd he go?
He's gonna sprint away.
He's just standing there in the mist waiting for them to leave.
Just poof, gone.
Can you do me a dexterity check?
Yes. Would sneaking apply?
Sneaking will apply. We're gonna see.
What is with these rolls tonight, man?
Roll20 does not like you.
Get them all out now.
But that 10 is right on the edge of where I was looking for. So you do make your way out and around, and eventually, after a time, you find yourself back on the waves of excitement.
Awesome.
However, I do need one more dexterity check,
Okay.
and balancing would apply.
Okay, I was just gonna ask about balancing. Hey, 17. Could have been using that.
All right, you are able to keep your food in a relatively upright position through all of this.
Gotta keep that food. Yeah, he's gonna find an empty bunk and just mow down and pass out.
There are 2 rooms on the starboard side. There's the front room and the rear room.
Well, knowing that the front room is usually the worst on a ship, he's gonna take the back.
Okay. So you take the rear room.
Sweet.
And you eat. You go to bed, and you all take a rest.
And we are all level 3 safely.
And everyone is now level 3.
Ah, shit.
Heck yeah.
Ussuri can get rid of all of his death points.
All 7 of them.
That could have went far worse.
It got dicey.
I just really wanted to hear how that tavern brawl went, though. We'll have to ask the Raydeen dudes about it tomorrow.
If they're alive tomorrow, that's my concern. Is I'm gonna go look for the Raydeen tomorrow, and they're gonna be dead, and Ussuri's gonna be sad, and is gonna figure out why the bar fight started.
Goraan's not there, so not gonna be any accidental lethal death. So it's gonna be all non-lethal. We're good.
All right. Let's calm down a little bit.
And Zephyr's just gonna not know anything. Just no, I haven't seen him.
I don't. For a bear, you don't realize how well my intuiting is, and with the way that you're rolling,
It's not gonna go well.
Oh god.
I'm gonna be sitting there still holding the plate of food. You're gonna be like, "Hey, what the fuck?"
All right. The sun crests over the ocean as everyone is waking up the next morning. What would you like to do?
Can Les make breakfast?
Yeah.
Any chance there's leaking mushrooms on this boat?
Give me a luck check.
Please, for the love of God, give me a good luck roll.
There
No!
are no mushrooms on the boat.
Man, I'm gonna make a leek in whatever stew is here for breakfast, because that's like the only thing Les knows how to cook. And sweets. I also make sweets really good, but other than we don't. I doubt we have fucking all that shit.
I mean, as you look about, you would notice that you have flour and sugar and a couple of eggs.
Ooh, okay. Then can I try to make some pastries?
Yeah, you go ahead and make up some basic pastries. You don't have anything to fill them with, but does everyone eat Lesh's pastries?
Best pastries, guys.
Yeah, Goraan will take a pastry. Thank you.
Zephyr will pull one and kind of look around for Ussuri, like, "Hey, can we turn that bounty in and get that handled?"
Yes, I planned on doing that first thing when the shops open up.
Good, excellent. Just very concerned about that.
I would be concerned about it too until we get it turned in. I would recommend not leaving the ship until I have it turned in.
Oh yes, definitely. I'm not going anywhere.
I'm rolling intuity on that.
Send it.
What do I need to roll? Just intellect,
Charisma of some kind.
charisma. Okay. Oh god.
Yeah.
Ussuri's just like, you left the ship last night, didn't you?
Wipes a little bit of Smokey's food off of his chin. Maybe.
Did anybody see you?
I'd rather not say.
So that's a yes.
That was the bar fight, wasn't it?
Bar fight?
I was coming out of the Red Tavern, and there was just chaos everywhere. It was. I almost hit with the fucking bottle.
Did you go to the Red Crow?
It was the only place I knew with food.
Ussuri just pinches the bridge of his nose and is just shaking his head.
Those two Raydeen fellows deserve a raise.
I'm not even going to ask. Just stay on the ship. I'm going to go and turn in the bounty. Just stay here.
I will.
And then, yeah, Ussuri's gonna probably just finish getting ready, grab one of the pastries, and then head over to Jaskar's Keep, timing-wise, when it would be open.
You're gonna make it. Is anyone going with Ussuri to Jaskar's Keep? If not, what would you guys like to do this morning?
I shall stay on the ship.
Good little Zephyr.
I think I'm probably hanging out on the ship as well today. Just kind of a lot still going through Lesh's head. He's trying to figure everything out.
Okay. Adam, what about Goraan?
Check on Gregory, make sure he's good. He doesn't have any pressing business, so I'll probably just be hanging out on the ship. looking through those navigation charts some more, trying to figure out what their best course is probably going to be.
Zephyr could probably assist with that. He's got a okay navigation skill or navigating skill also.
Zephyr first, but I would like both of you to give me navigating, but one at a time.
Okay. I got a 12.
Add +1 to your roll. Your roll was to determine how much you were helping, so he's getting a +1 to his roll.
32.
Right.
God!
To be clear, I rolled a 15, plus 14, plus 1. I'm sorry, plus 2 for awareness, plus 1.
The fuck?
Damn.
We are never getting lost.
Goran's good at a couple of things, and this is one of them.
Fuck. Okay.
He just charted all the stars and planned the entire route for the rest of the campaign.
As your wow, okay, I was not expecting a 30 at level 3. I don't know why. I was like, DCs in the early 20s should be relatively difficult for you. No.
To be clear, that's like the one thing he's really good at, so.
As you're kind of looking at the chart and some of the travel markers, you take notice of multiple different patterns that seem to come out, not only in where the waves of excitement used to travel, also because of some of the patterns, you think that you may even start to chart some patterns of the fleet.
Okay, yeah, and I'll note those down and stuff, and just spend some time going over that and trying to figure out where we might want to go next.
You would take notice that as you're marking out some of these, there seems to be one ship that bounces back and forth a lot between Mythos and Hyperon. And there's another one that seems to go between Nemesis and Deepport a lot, though it does seem like they haven't been to Deepport in a couple weeks.
It was Mythos and where? I'm so sorry.
Mythos and Hyperon.
Right, okay.
And then,
And then-
you would take notice of another pattern that another ship is probably bouncing back and forth between Aerith, mostly Deepport, and Nemesis.
Okay.
This would take you the majority of the morning, but you're marking that there are some patterns in some of the back and forth, mostly of what you would assume is ship number 3 and 4.
Okay.
Now, you're going to Kaskar's Keep, Ussuri?
Or am.
All right. As you walk in, the lively human greets you, and he's like, "Hello, my friend. How are you doing on this fine and wonderful day?"
It is very much too early for that amount of enthusiasm. Although I can respect it. Too early.
It is never too early to greet the day with a boister and jolly. What can I do for you today?
I would like to look at your wares, and also I would like to confirm the completion of a bounty.
Oh, do you have a signature or mark of the person who took out the bounty?
I do, and I would hand over the slip with the rabbit paw print marked in blood.
He would take the slip, and you would see him fish out from behind a small, counter. He takes a book out and lays it down and flips through a couple pages and then looks at the page and then looks at the slip And then he's like, all right, everything seems to be in order. I will make sure that people know that to no longer attempt this job as it has been completed. Thank you very much. As for my wares, is there anything in particular that you might be looking for on this fine day?
No, I was hoping you'd have some kind of item list that I could look at. Particularly, so I would say, like, if there's anything that's uncommon, is something I'm looking for. I know that doesn't really help a whole lot, but we can skip over the I have a whip, I have a trident, I have a hammer. Like, if he's got something,
Give us the magic items.
yeah, kind of.
I don't think any of us have money for magic items at the moment.
No, probably not.
I mean, you guys have 5,000 silver pieces.
Oh, that's right.
Now, Goraan has 5,000. Well, Gregory has 5,000.
That is.
And we also need to sell the stuff.
Yeah, I'm just here, right? This is just a dude who sells some stuffs.
I do have these, and he pulls out a pair of gloves. And these gloves are interlaced with like this thin metal plate across the fingers and palms. He's like, they are very effective at keeping metal weapons in your hands. And some people even say that climbing metallic structures are very easy in them as well. And as he like gets them close to each other, they automatically blink together.
Spider bear, spider bear.
These are interesting to me. What is your asking price for them?
For these, and just for you, my friend, I would sell them for 500 silver.
Just for me, Jaskar. I think we both know that that's the new customer price. And although I might be a new customer, I have completed a bounty with you, a fairly high price bounty. I think we could do a little better than 500.
My friend, this is me doing the best that I can. Do not play this game with me, my friend. No, 500 is the lowest that I can go.
If 500 is the lowest that you can go, I do think I'm going to have to pass. These would be a good opportunity for me to spread the word of Jaskar and Jaskar's Keep. But, I don't think this honey is worth the pot, or however they say it.
All right. I also have this whistle here. And, well, if 500 was too much for you, never mind. This whistle is way too much for you.
Ussuri would probably just kind of shrug and just say, well, if that's all you've got, I appreciate you taking the time to show me.
Well, these are the uncommon things that I have, yes.
I will soon be departing. I may have the opportunity to stop by one more time, and we may have more conversations to talk about then.
All right, my friend. I look forward to it. May your day be as lovely as the morning sun.
You too, Jaskar. You too. And Ussuri would leave. Probably head back to the boat, too. Or at least head to the docks. Actually, no. No, he's gonna go up to the Red Crow after leaving Jaskar's Keep.
After you leave Jaskar's Keep and you head up to the Red Crow, you take notice of a sign on the front door of the Red Crow. It reads, closed.
I'm gonna knock on the door.
As you knock on the door, after a few minutes, the door opens and you meet the young Hondu girl, and she's like, "Oh, it's you. What can I do for you?"
I presume this is Millie, right?
Yeah, it's Millie.
Good morning, Millie. I actually came to check on you and your father.
We're all right. What is it that you were? I mean, last night was rough. A lot of things got broke.
I saw the Red Crow was closed and wanted to make sure that
It is the morning. Who drinks this early in the morning?
that's the reason it was closed. I understand. That being said, I'm looking for two compatriots of mine, two Radin, frequent the Red Crow. Do you happen to know where they may be staying?
They're gonna be. I mean, they were flashing around some coins, so I would almost assume that they're gonna be in the White Lily.
Thank you, Millie. Thank you for your help. I appreciate the information.
The White Lily will be right next to Jaskar's Keep.
Thank you.
You would have seen the sign for it. The sign for the White Lily has two underdressed women on the sign.
Ussuri is gonna go in. He's looking for the Radin.
As you walk in, there is a halfling man that is like standing behind a podium. To say that the man is dressed would be stressing that word dressed. Is he covered? Sure. But by probably the least amount of clothing that would could be considered covering this man. And he's like, "Well, aren't you a big boy? What can I do for you?"
I am looking for two compatriots of mine. It was said that they would have stayed here last night.
We had many people stay here last night.
Specifically, two Radins.
Oh, them. You see his attitude changes a little bit from one of interest to one of disinterest. As he says, "Yes, they were here last night, doing the things that they normally do when they come in here, which is cause trouble and drink the alcohol. Do you want to go get them, or do I need to go get them?"
If you just point me in the direction they are, I'll
Second
go
door
get-
on the left, he says, pointing down a hallway.
Thank you. And Ussuri's gonna go on the hall, second door on the left. And he's just gonna knock. Just
There is no answer when you knock on the door.
no, you can't actually hear it. That's me knocking 3 more times.
There's some murmuring from the other side of the door, but not much. And then eventually, a few minutes later, if Ussuri waits that long,
Yeah, probably.
one of the Radin will open the door and be like, "We bought the room for... Oh! Hey, boss."
Get ready. Meet me outside of the White Lily. You have 5 minutes.
Alright, boss. Will do. And as you look at this guy, he does look like he took a couple good blows to the face.
Thought you were about to talk about some other blows, but okay.
No. You step outside, and probably like 4.5 minutes later, both Radin come out. And they're like, "What's up, boss? What can we do for you?"
We are going to move some cargo around, sell some things, buy some things. I need strong backs. You two are perfect for it.
Why did you wake us up this early?
Early bird gets the worm, friends.
Then they look at the sun and they're like, we only got to sleep a couple hours ago. Fine. We could use the money.
Yeah, and then with that, Ussuri is just gonna walk back down to the southern docks.
And they will follow along behind you.
Do cigarettes exist? Or some form of smoking tobacco?
Yeah, there's definitely like pipe tobacco and like lower quality like paper rolled cigarettes, like hand rolled.
Yeah, I think Ussuri, while waiting for the redeem, he probably smokes. So yep, he's gonna pull out a rolled cigarette and is smoking it while standing outside waiting for the Radine to get out there.
But yeah, you smoke your cigarette, you have your go, and they will eventually follow you down to the South Docks. Why don't you give me an endurance check?
Is it because of the cigarette?
No.
Oh, okay, I got you.
As you're unloading everything and getting things off the boat.
So you said endurance, so this is more of a stamina check then?
Yes.
Nope. That's an 8.
It takes the better part of the morning for you to unload what was set up to be unloaded. Between the grog barrels and all of the weird trinkets that they were going to sell and everything else. It is roughly, probably started this around 8:30, 9 o'clock. It is now roughly 2 o'clock between the breaks that you took. Lesh and Zephyr, you guys would have definitely heard the commotion as they're unloading the rest of the things. Would you guys have been joining?
Lesh would be giving encouraging words sitting on the railing of the ship, unless asked specifically to help.
Zephyr would jump in and help out.
The 5 of you are all unloading the docks as Goraan is in his room plotting the courses and the things he has learned. At about like 2 o'clock, this older humanoid looking person walks out. He's got graying hair that seems to always be blowing in the direction of the wind. And he has eyes that very much match Zephyr's. As he walks up and he's like, I take it that you all will be wanting to sell the items you have here and restock. I also take notice that your ship, well, it's not completely armored, it looks like. It looks like you still have a few spots that you can put in.
What would you recommend?
Well, that would all depend on what you were wanting to do. You could put an Eldritch Cannon on the front there. It consumes someone's magic and shoots it out in a condensed beam. It is devastating in its application. However, it is limited in the fact that it is fixed forward gun. You could also apply another cannon on each side, or put an arcane cannon on the front as well.
What is the difference between arcane and Eldritch Cannon?
So an Eldritch Cannon will shoot, like I said, only in a straight line, though it does more damage. An Arcane Cannon will swivel roughly 40 degrees. either way. And it is still quite damaging, but not quite as powerful as the Eldritch Cannon. Though the Eldritch Cannon does take more power.
Well, with the supplies we have here, we're selling that. And a little restock of all the basic goods. What do you think that would leave us? Do you think we could do something along the lines of arcane or eldritch cannons?
How much supplies do you think you will need restocked? And for how many people? If you're just looking for 5 or 6 people for a week, as I kind of eye what I see around me, you could probably swing either one of them, though it would leave you with no silver.
I feel like there should be a little left in our pockets after all this. This is very fine goods. Very fragile. We had to take very delicate care to get them here, but I definitely like the idea of a cannon. Which would you all prefer, eldritch or arcane?
As he puts this option to put an eldritch or an arcane cannon onto your ship, before you all are able to make a decision, that is where we are going to end this episode.
Thank you for listening to episode 6. We hope you enjoy listening and would love it if you let us know. Catch us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, and TikTok under Tales of Yvard Podcast. If you would like, you can join us on Discord. The links are on our Linktree and are in the episode description. If you really enjoyed the episode, give us a rating on whichever podcatcher you use, tell your friends, and spread the word.